Hi, and welcome to another recording here on Street Smart Options. Folks, if you're listening to us tonight on the YouTube channel and you're not a subscriber, why not? You're going to miss videos. Don't put yourself in a situation where you miss information that might help you invest in the future. It might keep you from making mistakes that could cost you money. Become a subscriber today. Click that button, hit the bell icon, and feel free to leave us some messages in the comments there. We'd love to read your comments and we'd love to help you out. Also, if you haven't joined our free group on Facebook, why not? Come on, get with it. Get over to Facebook and join it. All you have to do is look us up in the groups. We're actually at facebook.com/groups/Street Smart Options. So look us up there, please, and feel free to leave us a message there as well. So tonight we're going to be talking about Etsy. Etsy is a platform out there where a lot of people are making money in e-commerce, working through that platform. And Jonathan talked about them back in February. So Jonathan, what's going on with Etsy?
Well, Etsy, we talked about them in February, and they're a pretty well-known platform. People are already familiar with Amazon. Well, Etsy is kind of like the Amazon of homemade goods, right? They offer the opportunity for small individual people to sell their personally made wares, and they've been a growing company and something a little bit different, right, than Amazon. Amazon, they sell a lot of stuff, from China and all this, mass-produced stuff. Where Etsy, you want to find a unique gift or a unique item that you can't find anywhere else, you go to Etsy. And Etsy's, because it's such a friendly platform for its users and for its sellers, it's been just growing like gangbusters. And any mom or really any person, any child really can have sell their stuff on Etsy. So because of that, and it's gaining popularity, they became a public company back in early 2015, and have had a kind of an up and down beginning to their stock history. Right, I think they went public. The high of the stock was 35.74, and they went as low as $6 a share just within a year. But they have regained their footing. They're now a profitable company. And one of the concerns was they didn't turn the corner quickly enough, but they're now a profitable company, and they are aggressively seeking to grow their revenues and aggressively seeking to grow their earnings. And it's really attracted Wall Street's attention, and price volume action has been really positive in the stock over the past year. And we started looking at it ahead of earnings, which was scheduled for February 27. And it just had this long basing pattern, from the IPO date way back in early 2015, and then it really kind of started, the stock chart started really tightening up, beginning in end of 2016, started tightening up, and then it really started looking pretty in May of 2017. If you look through the cursor here, and you can see these little tight trading ranges, where that means that institutions are buying. Look at this volume here, right? They're buying the stock up, and they're not selling any of it. They're just accumulating, right? And so they have a bid in, and every time the stock goes down a little bit, that bid comes in, and they just support the stock, and week after week after week came in, and then again, again and again. Look at this long period. This is like 2-3 months of just accumulation, this really tight trading, compared to this whippy nasty stuff earlier on. So there's a major institutional players coming in, buying millions of shares of this thing, and this was ahead of earnings. So buying any stock ahead of earnings is always a little risky. So if you're not too risk averse, you can try a half position or try a small options position where your risk is defined. Well, Etsy blew out earnings. And if you fast forward now to the chart, the long-term chart, we were looking over here. They blew out earnings, and we actually bought the stock and the options in this company when it was in this 25-26 range after earnings. The stock, it came out of earnings and didn't give up any of its gains over the next few days, and we're hoping it would pull back to a 10-day moving average, which a lot of these stocks do, and it just would not pull back. So we got involved in it within 3 days of the earnings report, and it continued up, and then it went to this little choppy area, and then they announced that they were going to be increasing their fees to their users, which is like the first time in history Etsy has actually increased their fees to their vendors, and the stock just bolted on that, went up 35-40% in a very short period of time. And so the stock's been doing really well, and it's been growing like gangbusters. And if we look at the financials on this company, we can see that let's see, that's the profile. So go to the financials. We can see that they turned the corner in profitability. This is the quarterly. So if you look at the annual, you can see they turned the corner in 2017. If it will scroll down, oh come on Yahoo, there we are. They negative, and then 2017 they reported a profit, and then continuing on in their quarterly reports, they're continuing to show profitability quarter after quarter. And now the interesting thing is, if you look at the analysts who follow this stock, on Yahoo Finance, you go to the analyst reports, and there's 8 analysts that follow this stock, so it has a decent institutional analyst following. And you can see, if you scroll down, this is really cool. You can look at the history, the earnings history, and where estimates been going. And you go to the EPS trend right here, and you can see that the EPS trend over the current year, it's went from 40 cents back 90 days ago over the last quarter up to 47 cents. So earnings estimates have grown by, what is that? A little less than 20%, right? And then next year they've grown from 53 cents to 67 cents that's over just 90 days, right? This estimate's increasing, so that's really positive for the stock. And if you look at what their how they've performed versus estimates, let's see, revisions. So let's see, 6 revisions up, earnings history. You can see their surprises. So this in 2017, in this quarter ended 12/30, they had a huge surprise, 300% different. 300% improvement over estimates, right? So the estimate was like 9 cents and the actual was like 36 cents, right? That's a huge beat. And they've been doing this quarter after quarter, right? This is the whole year. They beat huge here in June, and then again in September, and then again in December, and they beat again in March. So that kind of action, that kind of earnings strength is what's moving that stock. And now with the recent boost in the seller fees, the institutions are all over it. And Etsy is a really pretty site, and most people are familiar with it. It's a great place to shop, and it's a good place to sell stuff from. So that's the lowdown on Etsy. There's been plenty of opportunity, and Etsy could be a good long-term play. If you just want to put some IRA money into it, it might be a good long-term play too. It's a very stable company, right? It has a large user base and has a stable revenue stream, a subscription revenue stream. So that's it, Jim. Back to you.
All right. Fantastic, Jonathan. Thanks so much. So, folks, thanks again for your patronage. We really appreciate you watching our videos here on YouTube and at our site over on Facebook, our group. And if you haven't checked out our website is streetsmartoptions.com. We appreciate everyone for listening, and have a great day.